know, you do a ton of evaluations
Yeah.
on Zoom with your candidates. Talk about their attire. You know,
Yeah.
it's not an official interview, but again, they have to impress you. What do you what
Yeah.
goes
And
through
that's
your
and that's
mind when you
something.
first meet someone on Zoom?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I like to call them my Zoom introductions. So, while it is not a first interview, it is their first interview because if I'm impressed by what you and I are talking about, this is what's shown directly to that hiring manager.
Right.
And I always tell people this ahead of time that you should present yourself no differently than if you were sitting across the table from the VP of the company.
Right.
Because the VP of the company is likely going to be viewing this and they're going to be seeing you, they're going to be hearing your responses. So, this is basically your gateway into that company.
Right.
So, show up as if you were going in person to meet with that, because a lot of times, especially now with Zoom, those video introductions are essentially bypassing those first and second phone
Yeah.
screens, and so you're going
Good
straight from
point.
a Zoom video to a final in-person interview.
Yeah.
So it's really streamlining the process. So it's important to be as professional from both a spoken invitation point as it is to your attire and what you're wearing, and where you're doing the interview at.
Yeah, those are great points. And even if you're not presenting it along to the hiring manager, job seekers, impress Alysia. You know, don't show up to the interview if it's for a high level position, you know, with a baseball hat on, you know, with a t-shirt, and you're doing it from your car while you're eating lunch. You know, I just know I'm so impressed when I'm meeting somebody on Zoom and they get dressed up and you can tell they cared about the interview. They cared to
Yeah.
make an impression on me. And that goes such a long way. And you can
Yeah.
even dress up, even if it's like a manufacturing floor position and now you're wearing a nice dress shirt. It just shows you care.
Yep, absolutely. And not 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 times, if I have a Zoom introduction scheduled with you and you log in and you were in a car, it is
Yeah,
canceled on the spot.
that's
I
good.
won't do it because again, for me as a recruiter, I am both building the relationship with the candidate, but also the client, because that's essentially who I'm working
Your
for. I'm working
reputation.
with the
Right.
candidate for the client, and I'm not going to present a Zoom interview or a Zoom introduction for a
Right.
candidate that's sitting in a car.
In a
It's just
car.
not
Right.
professional.
Right.
So just knowing that so that we're not wasting both your and my time is also just
Right.
as important.
Right. And even look at your background. You have a nice background. I have a nice back. It doesn't just simple, don't have dogs barking behind you and
Right.
all the clutter of the dishes from last night's dinner, you know,
Yeah.
just do the simple things. It doesn't take a lot to impress us, but just do it. And the good thing is
Right.
not many
Yeah.
people
I'm
are
not
doing
asking you to, have a whole home office set up with, but just a clean background. That's
it.
what I
Yeah.
always say. Just a clean background, whether it can be a completely plain wall. I'm totally fine with that, but I don't need to see, the bar over here on the left and the stack of unread mail, a sign about your personal beliefs in the background. That doesn't need to be part
Yeah.
of the interview process.
I did an interview once with a candidate where behind her were two of her dogs and they were humping each
Yeah.
other
I mean,
on
right.
the bed
Exactly. You
behind her.
just have to be aware of your surroundings.